I want it in a cone. A cone! Happy Sunday, everyone! Join me today in front of the red sofa as we do something we have never done before. Not only am I going to do an unboxing video, which I've never done before, but I'm unboxing some of my merchandise. Yes, welcome back everybody. I'm so glad you're here. This is a very exciting day for me. I don't know where to start. A couple weeks ago, if you've been around here, if you've been watching the videos, you know I finally got around to sort of designing and starting some merchandise. I've been using this website called Teespring. My store is teespring.com/stores/very-unofficial-travel-guides. I know I should have thought about making a shorter store name, but that's what I came up with at the time, and that's what it is. You can find links to it in the description below, as always, or if you are on my Facebook page for the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, there are direct links then to the merchandise there as well. And I ordered some of this stuff for myself. Yeah, I have to pay for it. I don't get it for free, just like everything I do here on the channel, and we'll be talking about that in a second. And I wanted to unbox it or unpackage it with you guys so I could look at it for the first time, sort of. And I also have a short announcement coming up at the end, so stay tuned for that. But let's take a look at the stuff I got here. First of all, I got this package, and this is a towel. And I have to be honest, this came first, and I couldn't wait. So I already opened it, and I already looked at it, so I'm gonna pretend like I haven't opened it yet, okay? And we'll just pretend that I haven't seen it yet, haven't opened it. However, this package, which I'm pretty sure is a t-shirt, I haven't opened this yet, so I actually will be opening this and seeing it with you for the first time, and I'm pretty darn excited about that as well. So let's say, let's start with this, okay? Ooh! What could this be? It's come in a bag, and it's sent all the way from North Carolina. Well, all right, and it was sent through customs. I didn't have to pay any customs on it, which is good, because that would be annoying. And let's open it up. What could it be? Ooh, it looks like a towel. And this is what it looks like, and I think they are so cool. I wonder if I can get it all in one frame. No, I can't. So there is the Very Unofficial logo, and this is the the graphic on there. And if you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know what the significance of this is. And I wanted to pick something. Ooh, it's very soft, and it smells kind of funky. Definitely need to wash it first. It smells like a new, towel, but it's very soft. So anyways, back to the logo, back to what this means. This has to do with a woman that I encountered on the Norwegian Epic a few years ago, and I've made a couple videos about her and her arrogance and her rudeness, and the whole thing about I want it in a cone has become sort of like a running gag in a lot of my videos. So that's why I decided to pick this, because it's sort of an inside joke. And so when you are walking around with this merchandise, or when you've got it on your deck chair or at the beach, or when you're wearing one of my t-shirts, if you see somebody else wearing one of these, it's sort of like, the secret code, so we know who we are. And I'm so excited for you guys to wear this stuff and to go on a cruise or to go to Disney, and for somebody to come up to you and be like, oh, I know what that means, and I want it to happen to me too, and I just can't wait. So this is the towel. If you want to get it, go over to the store. They are still available, and I have to tell you, I've enjoyed doing the whole designing process with Teespring, and the ordering and the delivery and everything was really easy. But Teespring is just sort of, they have some weird sort of rules that I still haven't quite understood. And like now, when I go to the store, there are things listed that aren't for sale anymore. Things that I tried to design and sell t-shirts several years ago, and it went okay, but all those things are still in the store and I can't get them to disappear, even though they're not for sale anymore, and I don't understand it. And another thing about Teespring, which I think is weird, is today when I went there to take care of some other things, which I'm going to be telling you about soon, all of a sudden, the whole interface for me was in Dutch, and I don't speak Dutch. So that was kind of a weird problem, and every time I tried to switch the language back to English, it kept changing itself back to Dutch. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. Anyways, now I'm excited about this. This is, I'm assuming, a t-shirt, so let's open it up. I'm thinking I should get something sharp. Oh, well. Or I'll just use brute force. Yes, here it is. My t-shirt. There is the logo. As you can see, very decently placed in the middle. And on the back, up at the top, is the Very Unofficial Travel Guide logo. So, from the front, it's the Inside Joke logo, and on the back, it is then the normal Very Unofficial Travel Guide logo. And if you want to see, it is a, well, you can't really focus on it there. It's a Hanes tagless shirt, and it is pretty thick, nice and stretchy, nice and soft, and this is a medium, which I think is going to be a little bit big on me, but it'll probably shrink a little bit. There it is. Should I put it on? You know what? I'm going to put it on. There we go. Da-da-da-da. I love it. And, you know, I think it's kind of a cool logo anyways, even if you don't know what it's about. And if you know what it's about, then it's even better. So here it is. There's the merchandise. And look, you can also use this and like go like, I want it in a cone. A cone! So these are two of the things that you can buy in my store now, and I also created some new stuff just today. So announcement, there are some new things that you can order. Some people were saying that they want to support me, they want to buy some t-shirts to help me out and to show their love for the Very Unofficial Travel Guides when they're out and about, but they thought that this was just a little bit too flashy for them, which I can understand. So I created two new t-shirt designs. One of them is very basic for the men. It just has the Very Unofficial Travel Guides logo right here on the front left breasticle and nothing else. And that t-shirt is only $19.99, so, you know, go for that. There is a woman's version of it as well, which then has a V-neck in the front, and instead of having the logo here, it's on the back, and it's a little bit bigger. So check those out. They are both $19.99, and I also created another t-shirt, which I think is really cool, which I think you guys will love. It has the Very Unofficial Travel Guides logo here. It's a unisex t-shirt here, and on the back, it says, "Washi washi, happy happy." So imagine wearing this shirt, going on a cruise ship. Everybody is going to look at it and laugh and be like, oh, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? And you can say, well, I ordered it from the Very Unofficial Travel Guide store. And that will be fun for you too. I'm really excited about this stuff. Like I said, this is something that's kind of new to me. And Teespring is great for the designs. The whole organization of it, though, is kind of weird. Like the t-shirts, they're put into like campaigns. So it's like a campaign lasts like, I don't know, a week or 4 days or something like that. And in this period, I have to sell, I think, like at least one t-shirt or something. So if you're looking at it and you think, well, wait a second, you know, I only have one more day to order. What's up with that? You can order again when that runs up. It just means like in that period, if not one person, or like if not one person orders or something like that, then the campaign is canceled, but they are constantly renewed. So don't worry, you can get this stuff. And you know what? You know, Christmas is kind of coming up. This might be a fun Christmas present for somebody that you know or love, right? And I wanted to talk about, you know, just like the prizes and selling merchandise, and people are, you know, if you're like, well, why is he doing this? And I just wanted to remind you that Although I have a lot less expenses than a lot of people, I've talked about this in other videos, I don't have any kids, I don't have any car payments, we're renting this place, so I don't, like have a house payment. Still, all these trips I do, I pay for myself. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Unfortunately, Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Lines, all these, and Disney, all these people that I visit and promote basically in my videos, they don't pay for me to come and do that. I pay for everything. And these, 3 or 4, sometimes 5 trips a year, I love to do them. And of course I have fun doing it, but I pay for it all myself. And the little bit of money I make from the ads on YouTube, and then of course the generous support that I get from you guys at Patreon, that only pays for a little bit of the cost, and the rest of it, it all comes out of my pocket. So I just wanted to sort of like create another way for you guys to support, or to help out a little bit and to get something extra in return. So if you go to patreon.com/veryunofficial, that's one way to do it. What you get then for the, for like your donation there is extra videos, extra look at like behind the scenes looks. That was bad English. You also find out in advance what my next trips are going to be. And so this way, if you want to do this, for your donation, you get a t-shirt. And then you can wear a t-shirt or a towel or a tote bag. And that, of course, fulfills a function. And I'm really excited to hear that if you guys wear these shirts then on your next cruise or your next trip to Disney, I want to hear if people talk to you, if people noticed it and what they said. And now comes the time on Sunday Sofatime where I comment on your comments live here on air. Last week's Sunday Sofatime was just a really short live video I made on the way to Oktoberfest because I had to cancel doing a Sunday Sofatime in order to do the road trip down there. So these comments are in reference to the Sunday Sofatime from the week before, which was talking about themed cruises. And here's a nice one from Nancy T. Actually, a lot of you guys were talking about that you have been on a themed cruise, and that was really interesting for me to read, just what your experiences are like, and if you think it's worth it, and if you would do it again, and most of you say yes, like Nancy T. Nancy T says, we were on the Star Trek cruise. It was fabulous. We were on the NCL Jade with all these other Trekkies. Best vacation experience ever. I'm sure the crew found it entertaining as well, considering they saw guests in costume all week. We were right down the hall from one of the actors. It was really great to see them all over the ship, just having fun with us. You never knew who'd be in line with you at the buffet. The activity schedule was crazy, and we tried to squeeze in as much as we could. I can understand that. It was our first TrekCon. Last year, this is funny, last year on the nude cruise on Carnival, they accidentally left the Lido deck cam feed on. Oops. We at home got an eyeful. Themed cruises are ridiculously priced, though. If it weren't for a huge discount, we would not have been able to go on the Star Trek cruise. Thanks, Nancy T, for that interesting information. Christopher Burton writes, to confuse the matter, the Canadian pop band Bare Naked Ladies are known to do themed cruises. Thankfully, their cruises were called Ships and Dips as opposed to Bare Naked Ladies on the Seas. Yeah, that could be kind of confusing. Final comment from Leigh Duncan. Leigh writes, hi Morgan, I've been on a couple of Walker Stalker cruises. They are basically a Comic-Con for The Walking Dead. There are a lot of the actors, major ones, she writes, and activities related to the show. I don't know that show. I know you're going to freak out, but I've never watched it. There are panels and such. The theme nights include a live night or a live night and a dead night. For the dead night, my sister and I went as zombie Star Trek red shirts. That is such a good idea. We got a lot of compliments on that. The stars do not mingle, she writes. They are up in the Haven. We went on the NCL Pearl, so the only time we saw them was for events. Also, autographs and pictures were expensive extra charges and sold separately, I might add. It is a smaller ship, so it was pretty easy to get around and never lines or crowds. Overall, it was a good time, but we won't go again. It is more expensive than a regular cruise, she writes, and I think it's been decreasing in popularity because the January-February 2019 is being advertised as the final one. And speaking of final things, that was the final comment here on Sunday Sofa Time. Thanks for hanging out here. Coming up on Friday, you will see the tour of the Norwegian Jade, and that kind of fits into the themed cruises because the Norwegian Jade is a ship that has been used for several of these themed cruises, and we were on it for a very short mini cruise a couple months ago. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you back next Sunday here in front of the red sofa for another Sunday Sofa Time. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.